Hello all, welcome again. This is a session in the series of hash processor in the series of STM32H7 for SHA1, SHA2 and MD5 engine as security. Hash peripheral is in charge of efficient computing of message digests. A digest is a fixed length value computed from an input message. A digest is unique. It is virtually impossible to find two messages with the same digest. The original message cannot be retrieved from its digest. In other words, hash digest and the hash-based message authentication code HMAC are widely used in communication since they are used to guarantee the integrity and authentication of a transfer. The key features are the hash processor supports fast computation of the following hash functions. One is MD5, SHA1, SHA224 and SHA256. And these are all digest length versions. Okay, a hash can be generated with a secure key to produce a message authentication code MAC, message authentication code. The processor supports bit by bit, byte and half word swapping. It supports also automatic padding of input data for block alignment. The processor can be used in conjunction with the DMA for automatic processor feeding, direct memory accessing. DMA means direct memory accessing. All supported hash functions work on 512-bit blocks. Let's have a look at the table now. So this is the table. The input message is split as many as needed to feed the hash processor. Subsequent blocks are computed sequentially. MD5 is less robust function with only a 128-bit digest. The SHA standard has two versions, SHA1 and the more recent is SHA2 with its 224 and 256 bit digest length versions. You can see collision 2 cap 128, 2 cap 112 and all in this. So there is something called as hash based message authentication code HMAC is used to authenticate messages and verify their integrity. The HMAC function consists of two nested hash functions with a secret key that is shared by the sender and the receiver. The hash function involved in HMAC computation can be any one supported by the peripherals MD5 and SHA1 or SHA2. The standard compliance, the hash processor complies with the international standards for secure hash algorithm SHA, message digest algorithm that is MD5 and for message authentication code MAC or MAC. So FIPS Pub 180-2 that is Federal Information Processing Standard Publications 180-2 and Secure Hash Standard Specifications SHA1, SHA224 and SHA256. IETF that is Internet Engineering Task Force request for comments number 1321 specification for MD5 algorithm. FIPS PUB 198-1 for the keyed hash message authentication code HMAC. So let's have a look at a simple block diagram, simplified block diagram of hash processor. Shows the basic data flow and control modules. Have a thorough look at it. The hash processor processes 512-bit data blocks and generates digests of up to 256 bits depending on the algorithm. Input data may be swapped before entering the core unit where they will be processed to generate a simple hash or a message authentication code MAC. So let's look at interrupts and DMA. So an interrupt is the nested vector interrupt controller, that is NVIC, is triggered when a hash digest has been successfully calculated or when the hash processor is ready to accept a new block of data. If you are having any doubts, you can write in the comment section. In direct memory access mode, requests are generated internally for incoming data. The DMA channel must be configured in memory to peripheral with a in data size equal to 512. So regarding the performance, here is the thing. There are the times it takes a top process a single block of data depending on the chosen algorithm. HCLK is the CPU clock and can go as high as 216 megahertz. Okay. We should note that the main benefit of using a hardware accelerator is to increase speed and save power compared to a full software implementation of the hash functions. So let's have a look at low power modes. As usual, here is an overview of the status of the hash processors in each of the low power modes. Hash operations are not possible when the device is in stop mode. This is a list of peripherals related to the hash processor. So CRIP and DMA, if you have time, go through our next sessions on CRIP and DMA. So thank you for your interest. Please kindly click subscribe button if you did not subscribe, and press bell icon for your personal notifications.